It's time once again to spend way too much money on way too much damage. And it's not like we need the help, the waves of enemies even to start are quickly getting annihilated. But the fact that they're even appearing on screen still bothers me. I want them to die somewhere out of frame because they do too much damage. I don't yet know how we're going to get there, but we are going to get there. Now I did also read through the comments on the last video. They told me lots of useful things that I've already forgotten, but it'll probably come back to me eventually. I was told that once your arrows hit max level, they can upgrade from there or change or something. I was also instructed not to remove arrows. We do have an epic rarity seeker missile for sale, so we're going to buy one of those. That's only the second one I've ever had. Then we're going to go ahead and equip this on probably the guy in the bottom to replace his missile. Then we're going to let that loose in the world and see how it goes. I feel like it's probably going to do a lot of damage, but it's also going to get a lot of upgrades along the way. It's hard to see how much damage it's doing because the enemies aren't really living long enough for us to get a clear shot of that. And it looks like it came with a new missile ability, which is the same one we had before that just launches missiles down on the idiots. Then because the shield upgrade is pretty cheap, we're just going to give it a little more health. Okay, that was not bad. It's only level 1 so far, so it's doing a third of the damage my other one is, so it needs an upgrade. So we're going to give it just a few of these slimes to work with. I hope this isn't a bad idea for some reason, but there's $39,000 probably well spent. Went from level 1 to 20. And that number maybe isn't damage. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but it's no better than it was before. Basically, like I always do, I'm just going to keep upgrading damage until something fun happens. Or maybe it doesn't. We are quickly coming up on wave 70, so there might be a boss. The waves are definitely getting harder though, because some things are actually making it pretty close to my wall. And I'm not even really using my powers yet. I mean, I could throw that there and that there. That would work pretty well because it would stop the idiots. The reward for that is a nice chest that can have a rare tier and stuff. Not that I care about rare anymore, but you never know. I've noticed there are some bigger enemies that spawn once in a while that seem a little bit tougher. They're kind of like a sub-boss, but also not really. This wave was somehow much easier than the last one. So let's dive straight into wave 70 then. It's hopefully going to be a little step up in difficulty. That's a little better. There's one of the big guys coming in. They're still sometimes make it close to the wall, but it's not enough to worry me. Like I haven't used any of my powers yet. And I might just not ever have to. There's definitely a boss, and he basically disappeared because we're doing lots of damage. A rare runestone. Oh, we should probably open that to take our stuff. That's going to slowly refill over time. Not that we care. Speaking of which, our newest addition here needs some kind of extra damage. We can do extra damage, extra damage, extra damage. Okay, we're going to go with extra damage along with extra XP. Then for its round runestone, we're probably just going with that because it can take extra damage there. Maybe some of these other ones would have been better, but I don't care. Now, looking back to our little adventure map, there's definitely some places here I want to invade. I'm still not entirely sure how to unlock more of these, so for now we're just going to go harass the level 120 area. There was a time when 120 would have been way impossible. They would have run me over. That wasn't even that long ago, but thanks to all of our extra damage and fire rate and stuff, this isn't so bad at all. But while we're at it, I'm going to put an ice wall right there with the little men behind it. That way the squirrel bomb also kind of works because the enemies are going to get jammed against the wall. The squirrel bombs and my little dudes are going to destroy them at a good spot. And I still need a legendary arrow. That's all I want. But I think we're about done here. There's a reward. It's not great, but it's something. We'll also take on level 100 here just for that stuff. We're fighting robots now, but they're even easier than the last wave by a considerable margin. So this is all that's going to happen. Well, they actually managed to destroy my ice wall, but that's because they had really good range and they could attack from way back. Other than that, they mostly just died in horrible fashion. And there we are. I'm kind of curious now, like if I fight this level 65 area, is that going to unlock more once we finish it? My specimen leveled up. They're getting experience as they go, which is great. They will level up by themselves. So maybe we should just let it kind of go the natural way. We didn't unlock anything new yet. And we can still go further on the dungeons, but we need to unlock those areas. So while I think about how to do this next, we're going to spin this wheel to hopefully get some fun rewards. That's not very fun. I do want the one chest right here because that can have an ultimate tier runestone, and I would like that. At least it would have a chance of giving me one. Oh, good news, we actually got the chest. Then we can do a few spins for watching ads, but I don't have ads because I paid to have them removed, so we get 3 free tries basically. There's some more gems, and we'll see what's the final tick. Energy. Kind of forgot we could be upgrading these things too. It's to no one's surprise that I don't really pay that much attention. Okay, this can have up to a rare tier but that's not rare. This can have the rare tier ultimate runestone, so that's probably what that was. But at this point, none of my arrows can even take that tier of runestone. I'm sure they're quite good. They had a lot of damage and crit rate, but I can't use them. Now, currently we have this equipped that's going to give them extra damage. So let's go down the list a little bit and find something a little better. I'm not going to lie to you, Reptilian is really calling my name. Not because of its incredible damage and crit rate, but because of its beautiful look. So that's going to cost 5,000 gems, so that's a lot. Now, as far as their bows go, well, I'm not going to lie to you. I figure if we're going to go to the max upgrade hat, we might as well go to the max upgrade arrow. So we're going to need some gems. How many did I just say I needed? Over 10,000? That's a lot more expensive than I thought it was going to be. But nothing's too expensive for you guys. Since we're already making questionable choices, let's buy this so we get some more gold and void boxes. Okay, so first up, let's buy the reptilian hat for my idiots. And then the compound bow. Again, I don't like the way that looks, but that's fine, and we should probably equip this stuff too. Now my idiots have a huge advantage. Now if we could just find some good stuff in these crates, that was not ever going to be anything good, but this can go up to epic tier. That's not. This is rare, it's a meteorite, which is kind of fun. And this is just rare again. So let's see what level 71 thinks of our new damage. I'm pretty sure we're doing 7 or 8,000 before in the high end. Now I'm seeing over 13,000, so we almost doubled our damage on some things. Plus my idiots look that much better again. The extra damage definitely helps because that was the first time anything got close to my walls and they fell into the lava. Update, the next wave isn't really much harder. Probably very slightly, but I mean, they all kind of do the same to me currently, they just die. So I'm just going to continue to plow the waves right now, collecting experience and the rewards. It's wave 74, and we have some new idiots trying to get to our wall. They seem like they're a little bit tougher, but they're also very slow, and that means they get hit by a lot of arrows, which means they still die very quickly. And any ones that don't happen to die very quickly get nuked pretty readily, like this. That seems to thin them out rather nicely. It is a nuclear bomb after all. So let's try wave 75. This one might have a boss. It is still pretty impressive that the enemies are getting progressively closer to the wall despite my ridiculous damage and upgrades. Because this is 75, let's celebrate by putting an ice wall there and some idiots behind it. Then we'll see if that slows them down. It's not really going to matter because the enemies are not really spawning in properly. Well, now they're starting to get closer. They can hit the wall from way back there with their lasers, but my little idiots also stab them right away also. And I think that's it for this wave. No boss. Okay, I've reset my wheel, so now I can get a Overlord box, which could include a rare to legendary tier arrow, and I would really like one of those. Okay, we missed it there, but we got whatever that is. We got whatever that is. Arrow XP gain experience. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. And we got this loot. Yes, we know it's loot. Used to evolve or enchant uncommon tier arrows, so we can evolve them. But I don't want to evolve that low of arrows. I want to evolve my epic into legendary. There's some purple crystals, so if you like crystals, you're probably pretty happy about that. So let's go ahead and open this. Can have one rare to legendary tier arrow. I'm not entirely sure where this came from, to be honest with you, but I found it in my thing, so we're going to go ahead and open that. Oh, we did get a legendary. I really didn't expect that to happen again, because I don't really know where I got this box from, but I'm happy it showed up. So now we finally have one of these amazingly rare things. It has a death beam, and it has chain lightning, extracting guardian. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and try and upgrade this right away if we can. We'll put just a few slimes in for now. I was told not to sacrifice arrows, so I'm going to resist doing that for now. Even that did boost it up to level 7. Given that it's legendary, that'll probably be okay. Let's see if we can upgrade its perks. Chain lightning sounds fun to upgrade. $25,000 plus some of those books. Done. To do that again costs $225,000 plus some books. Also done. Okay, its guardian perk. On hit, 15% chance to create orbiting guardian. This will boost it by 50% chance. Then we can do that again for $25,000 and some more books. And this one, on hit, 10% chance to replenish mana. So we're going to do that probably a few times because this is pretty cheap and we have lots of those books also. I feel like because this is legendary, this is going to be my go-to arrow for quite a while. So I'm going to spend a lot of money on this. So every time we hit something, there's a 10% chance to replenish a little bit of mana. The more we upgrade it, the more mana we get from every hit. But that's as many as we could buy. Now for skill upgrades. We don't have 20 potions, so we can't do that. We can perhaps enchant it though, which sounds like something I would like to do because that's going to give 10% damage, 3% fire rate, 1% crit rate. This is going to be a very good arrow. So we can upgrade it one more time if I'm understanding this correctly. So yep, there's going to be a lot more of everything. Not sure I should waste those now or not, but when I got a legendary arrow, I'm going to use it. So let's go ahead and equip this with my main idiot who's currently firing the bone. I think as I did that, it actually told me if there was going to be more or less or equal damage. It said way less. Probably because this arrow has been upgraded so much that it's kind of at a ridiculous spot itself. So yeah, it's going to increase the damage of anyone. So let's replace maybe him. My legendary arrow has lots of good perks. So once it gets experience, it'll level up anyway. Plus it's going to help a lot with its skills because it has amazing skills. And let's try its death beam. Let's fire one right down Main Street. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. That would definitely take out some bosses or whatever happens to be in its way. Like an ice wall. So far so good. We are very quickly killing lots of everything. And because the Illuma Spear is pretty low level, it's going to get experience very quickly. It only needs 3,000 to level up, whereas my old epic needs 25,000 to level up. So let's just plow our way through these levels as quick as we can. They're still giving me very little resistance, and that's good because I need my legendary arrow to level up a little bit. That's not accurate. I need my legendary arrow to level up a lot because I want ridiculous damage. Plus, as I'm doing this, I am collecting those little blue gel guys, and those are good for upgrades. Hopefully nothing else, because it'd be a shame to be wasting them, but I use them for upgrades. There's definitely some bigger guys starting to show up. They almost seem like a boss at first, but I don't think they are. If they are, they're not a very strong boss. This is level 79 already, and we're quickly melting through their ranks. My reward for that was that. The Illuma Spear is almost ready to level up again, which is great. I just realized what kind of good luck we're having, because today I found one more epic arrow plus a legendary. So now we just got to go through the painstaking process of leveling them up. I think this one might be a little bit harder. It might even have a boss at the end, so let's put up a wall to stop and annoy people. Our mana is going to recharge faster than ever before anyway, so we might as well use it on stuff. Then I'm going to throw some of these guys down out here so they can catch whoever comes on screen right away. Not that they're really necessary. They are doing a little bit of work, but they're not really needed. I was hoping for a boss, and we got one, but he's gone already. The Illuma Spear leveled up, and we got a blue chest, which can have rare tier stuff, which translates to, actually it was a rare tier triangle stone, which is great because I actually forgot to equip my legendary arrow with something, so that's going to add 8.8 damage, plus skill power, plus bionic element, and we can potentially upgrade this if we know how. Can we just spend $50,000 to upgrade this? I think we need something else. Probably other runes. So we'll just go ahead and equip that for now because that's going to add lots of damage. We also have a rare runestone here, which is going to add damage, fire rate, and more damage. So that's pretty great. Can we upgrade this one? We cannot, so let's just add good old-fashioned damage. This arrow is going to get ridiculous. And then because I did get some of these little goo guys, at least one of them, we can do a little upgrade. I think that's going to upgrade at 2 levels. To level 10. And then I think this is why we're not supposed to get rid of old arrows, because you can actually use them to enchant your arrows better, but I don't really know. We are slowly unlocking more areas here in Castle Land because we didn't have an option for this 130 before, so we're going to take advantage of that right now. And we're back to the land of hopping garbage cans and other strange oddities, so we're just going to go like that just in case things get aggressive fast. Plus, I'll probably get the most experience here because I feel like these are going to be the hardest waves. That wasn't so bad at all, which makes me want to unlock more of these. There is a level 130 crystal hiding over here that we're going to go ahead and fight because that's also going to give us some good chest rewards. It also gives us like daily gem increases, but I don't really care about that because I have lots of gems, or I at least already have a very efficient way of mining them in that I just buy them. Level 130 isn't a challenge. I would like to try level 150 or even 170. So now that that's done, let's collect our boomerang arrows. I think I'm also going to spend some gems on deep learning. Arrow experience after battle is currently 8%, so every upgrade is going to give it an extra 4%. So I feel like if we upgrade it to, I don't know, about 50%, that might be helpful. That's getting expensive quickly, but there's about 50% extra experience. Then I'm going to give myself an extra mana shard. Definitely only one because those are getting expensive. Then I'm going to try the Necronomicon for 5,000 because that's going to summon a skeleton warrior every X amount of seconds. So there's a warrior, starting warriors actually. So we're going to do that. Then we're going to drop their cooltime, their stats. We're going to just do a little bit of a bunch of stuff for them. Well, from here I'm just going to upgrade their stats so they're a little bit stronger. Now they can help fight the idiots. Now let's plow through another wave. There's our first starting idiots, so that's actually going to be a big help to me. Although it kind of sucks if their health just slowly drains just from them being alive. But that makes them very human. And my level 35 vertebra arrow leveled up, so that's fun. So now that we hit level 85, the final archer is rescued. So I think we're going to put this level 27 thing back into his capable hands. Then we're also going to upgrade my legendary arrow just a few more times for only $8,000, which brought it up to level 14. So its current damage is 780 with a fire rate of 200, which is actually considerably more than my other bone arrow thing. We get into the level 120 dungeon here, which has some potion rewards and stuff. I can't really remember what we needed those potions for, but I know it was something, so we're gonna let those out. And we're also having the fish tubes here also. We started to encounter those around wave 85. We're definitely getting pretty strong because this is level 120. We're hardly seeing the enemies at all. So there's our reward. I've also unlocked more of the facility using gems to see what was hiding down here. One thing that jumped out to me is Hero Archer fire rate for 500 purple gems. We're going to do that for only 1%. kind of regret that one. But I regret about 60% of the choices I make in these games. But look at all the fish tubes. Well, they're still not posing much of a challenge, but we'll continue to gather some experience and loot along the way. Jumping ahead to wave 89, we're still not seeing much of a challenge, and I suspect I know why. Because I spent hundreds of dollars on damage upgrades, so we're just obliterating everything regardless of skill. Regardless of thinking altogether, Illuma Spear hit level 15. And I've got one of the little pieces to upgrade it, so we're going to go ahead and do that so it can hit level 16. Then it's on to wave 90, which I think is going to have a boss. I forgot I have the third mana crystal now too, so I might as well be doing things like this. Because the mana is recharging at a pretty good rate anyway. I could probably actually double or triple wall if I wanted to and be really annoying. I could put one here and kind of overlap them, and they're not getting anywhere close to those walls anyway. We're just doing too much damage. Like, that was the boss, but we hardly even saw him before he disappeared. But we've got some new stuff to open, so we got a common rune, and we got a common arrow, and probably another common arrow, which didn't really unlock us anything new here. We can do up to 140 down here, which actually gets us one of the good chests, so we're going to go ahead and fight this. We're just going to throw some of these guys down because I don't really know what else to do. This is 140, but I think we're just going to walk right through it. But I'm not here for a challenge, I'm here for the loot. I'm going to throw down a few more guys at the end just for fun. Nothing made it anywhere close to the wall, and that was level 140. So let's go ahead and open that and hopefully get a rare tier ultimate runestone. We got a common tier, but we did also get another spinner wheel, so that might be another chance to get a legendary. Nope, but we did get one of those, which is also pretty good. So let's just go back to the regular waves. Here's level 91. There are some new enemies spawning. They're probably a little bit stronger, but they're still not strong enough to really do much of anything against my army of idiots. It is really nice having those skeletons against the wall though, because they really quickly take out anything that gets close to the wall. That in turn means very little damage if any to my wall, so I can just continue raining arrows down. Before we start wave 94, I noticed I got a few more of these little upgrade parts, and I might as well spend all this gold on something. $8,000 well spent, because that's going to take me up to level 18 for an extra 7 damage. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but we can do those upgrades fairly often, which adds up to a lot of damage. Wave 95, so we might see some new stuff. We also might not. I'm going to go ahead and throw out some ice walls just to be annoying to the enemies. And it's also fun to watch them get jammed up behind the walls where the squirrel bombs are, so they all get destroyed. I swear I looked away for a second and we finished a level, but Illuma Spear hit level 19. Plus I got another ticket to spin the wheel. Was hoping for one of the good chests, but that's okay. We do still have a veteran box, which can include up to an epic tier arrow, but we got a piranha, which apparently is pretty good. Maybe in its piranha tsunami, summon a never-ending 2 piranha. I don't know what that means, and I'm too lazy to figure it out. We're all the way up to wave 99. This may or may not be a challenge. I'm thinking probably not. They'll be getting incrementally harder, but still not anywhere near a challenge. So for fun, let's put up the ice walls at the back. That's probably going to annoy the enemies, but they're also going to cluster up way beyond there. But then I also don't have to look at their stupidity from here. They managed to get it down, but I mean, I saw like 4 enemies this entire time. And that was wave 99. Another dimension lead you to Hell Tower. Check the portal. Okay, so just to start, there's nothing really new unlocked here, but Hell Tower is the thing where we have nothing unlocked. Except for maybe that one. Okay, so let's try Hell Tower. I was right not to be that worried about it because I'm barely seeing the enemies as they spawn. We'll throw up a few ice walls just in case it really does get harder, but I'm not expecting much. Especially at only level 111. I just don't think that's going to be enough to do anything at all, really. So let's be annoying and throw up another ice wall for them. And that means we're already done, and there wasn't even a boss. Oh. There might have been a boss. That's usually a boss sound. We just didn't see it. So that was neat. Probably should have checked the rewards I got for that. Clearly it was nothing great because I don't have any good rewards sitting there, but I do want to try wave 100. This will hopefully have some new stuff for us. I'm seeing some very basic looking enemies, but they're probably also very strong. We do also have the idiots riding idiots, so that's kind of interesting, but I'm just going to throw down more ice walls and let my archers do most of the work. Correction, I'm going to let my archers do basically all of the work. Let's throw a death ray out there while we're at it. Is that doing anything? It's probably hurting something off screen. We haven't even needed the death ray yet because everything dies right away. But I guess that's kind of the power of a legendary arrow combined with 2 epic arrows. Along with 5 archers. I heard the boss sound again, but I didn't see anything. But the specimen leveled up, which is good because we needed more damage, but next time we'll find even more, maybe more legendary crap.